National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ready up.
First down, and they'll start with Algier.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back to throw now on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set, ready.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Here we go.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The Falcons at 3-11 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to run with Algier.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
Ready up. On the ball, now.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
Running right through him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
On the move past the 40.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
Ready!
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps him advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. They've come all this way, 97 yards on the drive.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hot enemy.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Panthers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
On the double.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Now a toss play to Algier.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 4.
And caught by London.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Smash, smash. Blue check.
On the give, Algier headed left. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Trying the left side with Algier.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Take it in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go now.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll go down at the 28. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
Ready?
On the counter, here's Elton.
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Algier.
And they'll be driven back here. To the 9.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Spike 60.
They'll try to run with Algier.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. It's 4th and goal.
They'll drop to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Takes it at the 7. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
No quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Odell Beckham from 21 yards away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
18 Rattler, drop 50, drop 50.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've got plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Third down, here's Algier.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Back to throw.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it. And this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They go play action with Hurts.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
22 needle.
He'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The Falcons send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Flag. Check, Panther.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this
intensity. Usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Let's go now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Here we go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, cross field. Switch. Yellow.
Now a handoff to Algier.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Delay of game penalty. Ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
They'll run for it with Algier.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.